Hi, it's Andy, and in this video we're going to play Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord, and we're going to play it with the full chords. Okay, so this is an intermediate level video. I've shot some one note at a time videos for really easy gospel songs, and I also have some advanced videos on how to do some pretty tough stuff with these tunes. Okay, but we're assuming in this video that you just want to play the chords and play along with the song. So not super easy, not super hard, just the basic average chord strumming part. Okay, well you got E, E major 7, and A, and back to E. Alright, well here's what I would recommend. First you have to learn a basic E chord, which is 3 fingers. And then for E major 7, don't bother, just play E again. Let the other members of the band play E major 7. It's just an E chord plus an additional note. So they'll play the additional note. You can just play E. It'll sound good, believe me. And then you're going to play an A, and then you're back to E. So you only have to know 2 chords to make it through the first verse. Alright, well, E is 3 fingers. Now A is also 3 fingers. Now I've had a lot of students struggle with A, and so I tell them that you could just learn the easy A, which is 2 fingers. So I want to teach you that in this video because not only is it easier, but it will sound pretty cool in the song. So here we go. Now your basic A is 3 fingers in a row. 3 fingers lined up next to each other. 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret. Now that's a lot of fingers to jam into the 2nd fret. They're all pretty close together. And you can't really get them all close to the 2nd fret, so sometimes this chord buzzes. But don't worry, we're going to do a solution here that makes it a lot easier. So you've got your first finger on the 4th string. You've got your 2nd finger on the 3rd string. You've got your 3rd finger on the 2nd string. And that's your basic A. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. Take your 3rd finger off the string. Just remove that finger. So we're not going to play it with 3 fingers. We're going to play it with 2 fingers. Now that allows you to get those 2 fingers pretty close to the 2nd fret. So there's the easy A, or you could call it the 2-finger A. If you want to get technical, some people would call that A suspended 2nd or A add 9. That's fine, we'll just call it easy A for now. Okay, so that chord will sound great in the song, and it doesn't really sound that much different than the other A. Okay, so in this video we're going to use the easy A with 2 fingers. Okay, here we go. So you start the song with the E chord, you switch to A, you're back to E. Okay, so you might hear some really tricky strumming. If you've got a good worship leader in the church band, he might be doing something like, okay, and you might hear that and think, wow, how am I going to do all that stuff? That sounds tricky. Alright, well, you should play this. Okay, so we're just going to keep a basic beat, and it's going to be very easy. So now all you have to do is figure out how many strums to play on each chord. So now you have to count. You're going to have to count 8 E's on the first line, 8 E's on the second line, 8 A's on the third line, and then 8 E's on the fourth line. Okay, so it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how the first verse sounds right there. Okay, so let's assume that you try to play that along with me and your fingers are having trouble trying to jump from E to A as fast as I went. Maybe you have trouble keeping up. Okay, no worries. Then practice this. here's what you could practice at home right now. Just take your E chord and take your A chord. Okay, and pretend I have a stopwatch and I'm going to time you. Ready, set, go. How fast can you play E and play A? Ready, set, go. Okay, well, I've got it down to about 1/10 of a second. Okay, can you switch from E to A and do it in 1 second? Ready, set, go. Okay, go faster. Ready, set, go. Okay, now you have less than 1 second to hit both chords. Play them as fast as you can. Just jump your fingers over and go slam, and just slam them into place and strum. You might miss, just go for it. Ready, set, go. Alright, try to keep up with me. Just push yourself to see how fast you can go. Don't carefully place them in place and then sort of get ready and then strum. No, just slam them down and hit the strings. Let's see your raw speed. You might even miss. You might hit the 3rd fret by accident and sound terrible. Ugh, yuck. Oh well, at least you played it fast. That's what we're going for. You can always clean it up a little bit as you practice. So don't worry if it doesn't sound exactly perfect. Just jump them as fast as you can. It's like target practice. You'll get better at hitting the target the more you practice. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Practice again. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, set, go. Okay, it's also valuable to practice in the opposite direction. So start with the easy A and jump to E. Ready? Here we go. Ready, set, go. Okay, speed it up. Ready, go. Just jump right on it. Ready, set, go. One more time. Ready, set, go. Okay, now let's go back to practicing the tune. Okay, I'm going to count you in. Remember, 8 E's, 8 E's, 8 A's, and 8 E's. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. A, 2, 6, 7, 8. E, 2, 3. Okay, get ready to repeat. E, 2, 3, 7, 8. E, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. A, 2, 7, 8, E, 2, 3. There you go. Alright, so there's the first verse of the tune. Now when we get to the chorus, we're going to play a B, C sharp minor, A, and back to B. Okay, well, if you look those chords up in a chord dictionary, you might see some pretty tough stuff. It might describe B as this huge bar chord with a 3-finger stretch. And you might see C sharp minor with all the fingers and a big bar chord. We're not going to play any of that stuff. We're going to play power chords. It's going to sound good. Here's a B power chord plus some open strings with it. See, doesn't that sound nice? And it's not even a bar chord. It's going to be easy for you. Okay, you're going to learn that. So a B chord, a B power chord, is 2nd fret 5th string with your 1st finger. That's the note B, by the way. Then you're going to take your 3rd finger and you're going to play a note 4th fret on the 4th string. Then you're going to take your pinky finger and squeeze it in there right next to your other finger. That's going to be 4th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, now this chord also is going to play the 2nd string and the 1st string, which don't have any fingers on them at all. So that whole chord sounds like this. We're going to play 5 of those strings. We're not playing the low E string in this chord. Okay, now just keep those fingers on the strings, relax a little bit, and then just take your hand and slide it 2 frets up. And when you're in the right place, squeeze. There's the next chord. That's a C sharp power chord. So a lot of people will ask, well, why are they power chords? Well, there's a few answers. Number one, they're playing just the most powerful notes from the chord. We're not including every note from the chord. And these chords are neither major nor minor. So in other words, am I playing a C sharp major chord or am I playing a C sharp minor chord? Well, the answer is the note that would tell us the difference is missing. That's one of the notes we left out. So I don't know whether that's a C sharp major or C sharp minor, but the good news is no matter what the rest of the band is playing, you're going to sound good. If the rest of the band plays C sharp minor, you'll sound great. If the rest of the band plays C sharp major, you'll sound great. So you don't have to worry about whether the chords are major or minor when you play power chords. They're kind of ambiguous chords. Okay, anyway, we're going to start that chorus over. So here we go. You're going to play a B power chord for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp power chord, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now play your easy A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back to B again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your chorus. Okay, now you repeat. So here we go. B, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's how it sounds when you put it together. 1, 2, ready, go! There it is. Okay, now I had a student ask me this question during a lesson. I was showing him this exact riff, and they said, Andy, since I've got my 3rd and 4th fingers lined up right next to each other, can't I just take those 2 fingers right there and just go all the way to the 2nd fret and bang, there's my A chord. And I saw them play it and I said, that's going to work. Although it's kind of, I don't know, 3rd and 4th fingers are your weakest fingers, so it wasn't my first choice. But hey, if you think it's easier, go for it. Because once you're on that A, if you just slide them up again, you can go right back to B. That means these 2 fingers would never have to go anywhere. They would just do this. That would mean you never have to rearrange your fingers at all for the entire chorus. Some people may think that's easier, some people may not. I'm going to let you decide. Okay, now we've covered all the riffs in the song. Although, what I think I am going to show you next is, let's go back to the verse. Can't you play the verse starting on a power chord too? The answer is yes, and I think that's how the original song was recorded. I'll show you. So we're going to go back to the top of the song. It says E, E major 7, A, and back to E. We're not going to play the standard A and E like we did before. We're going to switch to power chords and learn it in a new way. This is more like the original recording. We're going to play a power chord on the 7th fret. This is an E power chord, and I'm going to guide you through it. You're going to start with your first finger, and you're going to play a note on the 7th fret on the 5th string. That's the note E. Then you're going to play a 3rd finger note on the, what is that? The 9th fret on the 4th string. Then you're going to squeeze your pinky in there and you're going to play 9th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, now on this chord, it's okay to take your pick and to swipe every string. So just strum everything, play them all. Okay, and it's nice in this song to give it a nice leisurely strum, a nice slow strum. So you almost hear the notes one at a time. Da, 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 dum. sounds nice like that. I guess you'd call that a roll. It sounds better than just hitting them all with one hit. So in this song, just take your time. Like that, just let it ring out. This time we're just going to hold the note for 8 beats. So instead of strumming 8 hits on the chord, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now check this out. We're going to play an E major 7 chord. Just take your pinky away and we're going to put the middle finger on the 3rd string. So your middle finger is now playing a note on the 8th fret, string 3. The other 2 fingers didn't move. I just left them there. So that's an E major 7. Give it a nice slow strum, let it ring out for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now let's work on that move. So this is a bit tricky with pinky, middle finger. While the other 2 stay in position. It takes a little coordination. We'll have to practice it. Here we go. Ready, go. E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E major 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Now we're going to play an A chord, but we're not going to play the standard A. I'm going to show you a different way that sounds really cool. Here's what we're going to do. Take your first finger off the string. That leaves you with the 2nd and 3rd finger still in position. And what we're going to do is we're going to take those 2 fingers and we're going to move them 2 frets over. 2 frets down the fretboard. Down is this way. So your fingers are now on the 6th fret and on the 7th fret. Okay, if you strum the strings now, you have an A chord. It's an A chord up in the 6th position. Only thing is, when you strum it, you probably don't want to play all the strings, just 5 of the strings. You don't want to play the low E string. You want to start your strum with your pick on the A string. After all, it is an A chord. Okay, and then we're going back to the E chord, the E power chord. So just slide back up 2 frets again. And then, well, you don't need your middle finger, but you do need these other 2. Bang, there's your E power chord. Okay, so you'll notice that as you go through these chords, there's always at least 1 finger that you keep on the strings. So at no point do you ever lift all your fingers up and then have to put them all back on again. That's, I think, the biggest challenge to a lot of beginner guitarists, is when they play a chord and then they have to take all their fingers off and put them all back on. So in this intro that we're studying right now, when you play the E power chord, you get to keep 2 fingers there and just add a different one. Bang, you're on the next chord. Then when you do the A chord, all you do is take a finger away and keep the other 2. Slide, bang, go. You don't have to move the fingers around or rearrange them or anything. And then slide back. You do keep the 3rd finger. You put right back on the other ones you had a moment ago. Bang, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to play this with you. 8 counts per chord. Here we go. Ready, set, go. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Major 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slide, A, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. E. There it is. Let's play it with the drummer. Here we go. Okay, here we go with the drums. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice I use my thumb to block that low string there. There's 1 chord where you don't want to play the low string. And here it is. Okay, notice you don't have to strum fast or learn any tricky rhythms. All you have to do is be able to count to 8. That makes this song easy. Especially if you have a good worship leader that's already holding down the rhythm. This is a nice backup part to play. One more time. Just let it ring for 8 counts. Okay, now let's do the chorus. Hold each chord for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the verse again. There you go. Good luck.